Once again, it is time to celebrate another 10 episodes. I cannot thank you enough for your support. Many times I have wondered, do I really want to keep going? But your words of encouragement has kept me going through the good and the bad times. I cannot thank you enough for all of your support on this channel. So let's do what we do best and question everything. Let's get into this and start with episode 31. What caused this stroller to move? As we watch the stroller at the top of the stairs, it suddenly falls. So we ask all the obvious questions. Was the string used by someone off camera? Was there somebody hiding at the top of the stairs and just pushed it out of sight where we can't see them? Is there somebody stomping on the ground causing it to vibrate, which caused it to fall? Did the building vibrate? Did they set the stroller up too close to the edge of the stair, and that's what caused it to fall? This is another one of those where I can see how it could be recreated, so I'm not sure if it's paranormal. Is this a ghost from the past? As the camera pans around the room, we will see a white figure in a doorway. Is that a ghost? Since this is a historical place, is that an employee dressed in period costume? We can see that it's not transparent, but it does also look like it's leaving a shadow. I don't know if ghosts leave shadows, so I think this might actually be an employee dressed in period costumes and not a ghost. What do you think? Ghost or costume? This brings a whole new meaning to bed crashing. Keep an eye on the left-hand side where a doll will suddenly jump onto the bed. The doll falls back onto the floor. Is the movement that we see prior to the doll jumping on the bed somebody using a string to pull the doll onto the bed? Is there someone laying on the floor out of sight of the camera and just toss that doll onto the bed? Is the blurring that we're seeing on the left side of the bed hiding a person that's laying on the floor? This is definitely a creepy clip, but was it designed to be a creepy clip and not paranormal at all? Is this a ghost on this road? As this vehicle is driving, they see something in the distance. As they keep driving, we see a white figure standing by the side of the road. Is it safe to pass, or should they turn around? They decide to go, and go quickly, and get past the figure. Was that a ghost? Was that a human in disguise? It's not transparent, and it created a shadow. We always jump to conclusions about things like this, but I wonder if this is just a mom who lost her child at the side of the road at that time of night. What is this misty vapor? As the camera pans around outside, a white mist flies towards the camera on the right-hand side. Was this a headlight or a flashlight reflecting on fog or mist in the area? Was this someone exhaling breath? Is this some type of a video effect? Is it dust that was kicked up? Is this a natural phenomenon? Or is it a ghost that's trying to tell these guys to go away? What is this ghostly reflection? We'll see a man in the reflection of the window, but then he'll stand there looking out the window and something darts behind him. What is it? Is this a camera glitch? Is this something that's happening outside, not inside? Is this just a reflection distortion? It appears to block the chair, which makes me think it might be inside. It moves so quickly that somebody would have had to run past the window to create that type of speed. I'm not sure on this one. What do you think? What is this transparent figure? A transparent figure walks across the room. What is it? Is it a camera glitch? Is it a video effect? Is it a ghost? Why did this ball move? The ball rolled down the stairs, seemingly by itself. Is it attached to a string? Did the house vibrate? Did the stairs vibrate? Did someone push it down the stairs with a stick and then color match the stick out of the picture? Is this simply gravity? Was it placed too close to the edge? Is the floor level? Is the stairs level? Too many questions and too many ways to recreate this for me to be comfortable saying it's definitely paranormal. What is this shadow figure? A shadow figure appears at the end of the hallway on the right-hand side. What is it? Is it a living human in disguise? Is this a hoax? Is this a video effect? Due to the fact that this is taking place in a prison, and I've seen other real footage of black shadows in prisons, I think this might actually be real. Is this a ghost in this chair? As we watch, this chair starts to move, and it appears no one is around it. This camera is a security camera, and a person is using their cell phone to record this chair's movement. We can see by the layout of this room that the door is behind the camera, and the chair just happens to move in the direction of the door. It would be more believable to me if it was being moved towards the wall, but because it's moving towards the door off camera, was a string being used? Is this a ghost looking out of this window? As the camera is driven down this road, it stops in front of what appears to be an abandoned house. They shine a light on the house, and as we watch, we will see a figure looking out of the window. Initially, there was nothing in the window, and now we see someone looking out at us. Is this building being used by the homeless, runaway children, crack house, meth lab? This might be a lost soul, but I don't think it's a ghost. What do you think? Put your ideas in the comment section below. Is this spectral or seismic activity? A decorative picture starts moving, seemingly by itself. Is this because there's an earthquake? Is there a draft from an air vent? Is a string being used? Is it the ghost of the person in that picture? Is it a ghost that hated the person in that picture? Or just hated the picture? Is this a ghost or a trespasser? This security camera catches something on this deck. Is this a glitch in this camera? The footage that we are looking at is looped. And when we zoom in, it looks even creepier. Is this just a person that is disappearing through a door? This is one of those where I think it's a camera glitch due to low light levels and possibly the shutter speed, but I really want it to be real because it is so cool and creepy. Is this a residual haunting? Watch the left side of your screen. Is that a ghost? Is it a camera glitch? It doesn't appear to be transparent. It looks like it's blocking out the picture frames and that furniture, but I can't even tell for sure if it's transparent. I don't see any sharp edges. Unfortunately, the footage is just too difficult to tell if it's real or fake. What do you think on this one? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Is this a ghost crossing this room? We will see a transparent figure crossing the center of the room. Is this a ghost? Is it a camera glitch? It's definitely transparent, and it doesn't look like there's any type of sharp edges to it. Is it one of those static camera issues that doesn't catch movement like it's supposed to? I don't think it's an intentional hoax. I just can't tell if it's a camera glitch or not. Who or what moved this curtain? This is an abandoned hospital being investigated. As the investigator moves down the hallway, they will see a curtain. The curtains are to the left. The investigator hears something behind them and pans the camera that direction. I like that we have such a wide angle view where we can see around the corner and the ground. I feel like if it was a draft from the air vents or the window, both of the curtains would be blowing, not just one. I also like the fact that it moved towards the wall, not towards the other curtain. If this was staged, it had to be pretty elaborate to create a pulley system to be able to pull that curtain that direction. We can see for the most part inside that door, and if they rigged a pulley system, it would be difficult for them to pull down and get it to go that direction. I think this one might be real. Is this door possessed? A dog and cat react to the door opening. The clip does not last long enough to determine if these animals went and investigated why this door opened. Cats have better hearing than dogs, and the cat starts to wake up before the door opens. The cat is sleeping with its head upside down like this. It moves its head before the door opens. We can't tell if the dog was awake or not. The reason why I point out that the cat started to move before the door opened is because if somebody was standing outside the door and just opened it, or if somebody walked to another door in the house and caused a vacuum which caused this door to open. We do not see the human being move in the bed, so I don't think they used a string to pull the door open. The animals did not get up and investigate immediately, so they didn't feel threatened by whatever happened here. My guess is that that door was not latched completely, and either an air vent blew it open or a vacuum caused it to open. These clips have already been debunked by Corridor Crew, so you can go watch this video, but I wanted to point these out to you. I'm an amateur YouTuber. I am not a professional videographer or anything of that nature. Corridor Crew are professional video effects artists. They work with cameras all the time. Earlier in one of the clips, I had mentioned static camera glitch. This is why I mentioned a static camera glitch. They refer to this as a data marge and can explain it better than me. And videos I'm much more comfortable with, in which an animal most likely jumped on top of this carport, knocked dust down in front of the camera, the light sensor on the camera lit up the dust, created these freaky images. This is a shutter speed issue and an IR sensor issue. Go watch the video from Corridor Crew. They explain this stuff really well and they're really funny. If you enjoy this content of questioning everything, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And leave a like, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. What is this freaky figure? A brief glimpse of a weird figure is caught on camera. Is this a hoax? Is this staged? Is it CG? It's natural for human beings to do a double take or a second look. It is not natural for human beings to take that second look through the lens of a camera. Is this a spooky spirit? As this car stops at this gate, it appears somebody is on the other side of the gate, on the right side. Then it appears somebody is on the other side of the gate, on the left side. Immediately after the camera catches something on the right, the camera is panned into the trees, which gives that person behind the gate time to move to the left. The people with the camera immediately take off in their car. When we slow this down, going frame by frame, it really doesn't look like a human being. It looks like some type of post on the other side of the fence. As the car moves forward, the perspective of where that post is changes. So as they pull towards the left side, that post was always on the left side, so now it looks like it's just going straight down through the bars there. Is this an optical illusion caused by light and shadow? I think so. What do you think? Put your thoughts in the comments section below. Did this police officer catch ghosts on his body cam? This is a bed and breakfast, and the security alarm has notified the police officers, so they are checking the premises at this time. This officer has entered a bedroom on the left-hand side. He is using his flashlight to span around the room. He has cleared this first bedroom, so now he's leaving the room and he's going to go upstairs. His partner is still checking the downstairs area. As he turns this corner, he sees the door opening. He enters the room and looks around. Upon entering the room, he does not immediately see anybody. He continues to look around the room. He's looking for a false wall in that bookcase. He's looking out the windows to see if somebody's out there. He did not find anybody that opened up that door. As he leaves the room, he sees the door in the other room start to open. He immediately goes to that room and searches it for someone who just opened that door. He continues to search, looking for anybody that could have opened that door. He does not find anybody. He leaves the room and heads back downstairs. As he comes up these stairs, he never does look over to the right. And then when he comes out of that room, he never looks to the left. Is this a TV set, a movie set, a YouTube channel set? Is this staged? The fact that we never see that side makes me wonder if somebody's just over there with strings. Both doors are moving in the direction of someone hiding on that one side that he never does show us. The fact that he did not clear that one spot, and most likely it was a bathroom, makes me question the validity of this footage. Who or what is peeping out at us from the bathroom? As the camera points into the bathroom, we will start to see a head peep out from around the corner. Who or what is looking at us? Obviously, this is easy to stage and recreate. Keep an eye on this reflection. It moves at different times than that peeper is moving. That reflection appears to be capturing someone behind the camera who is either walking behind it or standing behind it. Are they standing behind the camera because they're watching this peeper? Or are they directing this peeper? What do you think? Is this real or a hoax? Who or what is opening and banging this door? As we watch, the closet door will start opening by itself. There does not appear to be anybody in the room other than the child that is in the bed. Is a string being used by someone off camera? Is this a prank? Or is this child receiving a spiritual visitor? Is this a ghostly inmate? As the camera operator walks down this catwalk, the cells on the right he pans into, and the last cell has a figure in it. Is this staged? Is this a hoax? Or is this real? It's not transparent. It's not a shadow person because it has color to it. Doesn't it look like he's holding some type of device, like an EMF or a K2 meter, bent elbow, and light display? This is another one where I wonder if it's been staged, but I hope it's real. Who or what is sitting on this bed? When the camera pans back into this room a moment later, there appears to be someone sitting on the bed. Is this staged? Is it real? I've done what I can to stabilize it and brighten it. It's not transparent, and it left a shadow on the bed. It doesn't have sharp edges to it, so it's not a video overlay. Could it be CG? Could it be a real person and staged? Could it be a real shadow person? What is going on with these stairs? As the camera points towards the stairs, we see what looks like someone walking up and down those steps. Is this a shadow person? Is this staged? Is this a thief? In this same situation, would you grab your cell phone to record it, or would you grab your cell phone to call the police? Or has this happened so many times you know the police won't do anything? What is this camouflaged figure in the woods? A camouflaged figure crosses the road. It appears to be in two parts, a gray part and then a shadow behind it. Could it be a hunter dressed in camouflage? Could it be staged by the people recording this video? Could it be a superimposed video overlay? Is it floating or walking? Is it real paranormal? For me, the footage is just not good enough to tell one way or another. What are these shadow people doing? As the camera pans to the left, we see shadow people. What are these dark figures? Are they dangerous? How many are there? Is this staged? Is it a hoax? Can this be recreated? If you blink, you will miss it. As the investigator enters the room, for a brief second we see a shadow. What is that? Was that a person? Was that a ghost? Is it the shadow of a busted door hinge? Is it an optical illusion? Is it a camera glitch? Did this shadow turn on the TV with the remote? The reflection of a shadow can be seen in the TV. The remote on the coffee table slides towards the right. Then the TV turns on. The blue screen turns to an analog screen. Once again, we see a shadow in the reflection of the TV. Could this be a video effect? Yes, it could be. Watch. See, I changed it. And another way it could be done. Is someone laying on the floor and used a string to pull the remote? Do you only have one remote control? Is the real remote for that TV in the hand of the person on the floor? The static you're seeing is typically from an analog TV. This is not an analog TV. This is a distortion effect. And we are full circle back to the shadow. So, is this real paranormal? Or is it really good CG, video effects, and a hoax? For me, this goes back to my rule of thumbs. If there's too many things happening too quickly, it's probably not paranormal. It's probably a hoax that can either be recreated or altered during editing. Is this shadow stalking this person? This shadow follows this person. I truly enjoyed the creepiness of this one. Is this black mask a shadow person, a ghost, the paranormal? The light actually turns towards it, but doesn't penetrate it. The light alters everything around it, except for that shadow. That leaves us with two options. Either real paranormal, or CG. Is this a brawl in a stairwell with a shadow person? It appears these guys are attacked in the stairwell by a shadow person. They finally managed to get away from it. But what is it? It definitely looked real, but was it? Sorry everyone, but this one is not real. It actually is a third person that they have blurred out and turned into this distorted figure. Is this guy being haunted? At the bottom of the stairs, this man will capture a shadow person. Where did it go? When he gets to the bottom of the stairs, he takes a wide swing around that room. However, he does not start in the location where the shadow was. So that opens up the door to asking the question, did he purposely swing camera wide to hide the fact that somebody was hiding right there? And did that person just simply move behind the cameraman to avoid being captured on camera? Same guy, different location. He moves in front of a fireplace and a box on the mantel moves. He keeps that camera pretty elevated to where we don't really see the floor. I just wonder if there's somebody sitting on the floor on his right side just using a string to pull the box. Is it possible even more elaborate string rigging is going on? Or is this real paranormal? Did the box pop up a little bit when it was moving? Or is that an optical illusion because his camera is moving up and down? What do you think? Is it real? Or is it real easy to recreate? Same guy, different object. This time a wall decoration moves. Once again, is someone on the floor using a string to move that frame? Or did he set up some type of string pulley system and his left hand is actually pulling that string, looping that frame? I really would like your thoughts on this guy. Is he playing the Fang game or is he being haunted? What is this darn door doing? As the camera turns towards the kitchen, the refrigerator door starts closing by itself. We have two blind spots that someone could be hiding. Is someone in either one of those blind spots just pushed the door shut or used a string to pull it shut? Is there a third person there that just opened the door, closed it, walked out of frame? Or do ghosts get hungry? What is this morphing shadow? As the camera pans away from the wall, a shadow appears. What is that? They will also capture this shadow when they're looking at it in a mirror. This footage is over 10 years old, and I just wonder if the camera is the issue. They only show it when it happens when they zoom out, not when they zoom in. Cameras are always so sensitive to light, and I wonder if the bright light coming through the windows is interfering with the shutter speed on the camera. And is that why when they turn and look into the mirror, it looks longer and it's actually touching the ceiling? When they move laterally, the image moves with them. Is that because it's inside the camera? Is this a camera glitch or a shadow figure? This individual is setting up his web camera, and when he switches to different modes, he catches a shadow figure. When we zoom in, we see the figure just evaporates before us. The shadow also appears to be moving on its own. Is it a camera glitch? Is it a system glitch? Is it a hoax? He was working in an Xbox system. Is this a game aperture? Is it real paranormal? What is real? What you see with your eyes, or what you see through a lens? As this equipment is being moved down the road, the operator will bring it to a complete and abrupt stop. Did he run over something? The operator starts panning the camera around as if he's looking for something. Where is it? What did he see? A figure can be seen in the monitor, but it can't be seen with the naked eye. Is this real? Is it staged? I understand when you use a full spectrum camera or an ultraviolet camera, you're going to have things show up because they're in a different color spectrum than what we're used to seeing. However, I don't understand this. I don't understand what type of camera that is. Feel free to explain this type of camera to me in the comment section below, because your guess is as good as mine on this one. This door opened with a lot of force. This door opened suddenly. Well, I think we can rule out vacuum as the cause of that door opening. But let's go ahead and ask all the other questions that we normally ask. Was a string attached and it was just pulled open? Was someone on the other side and just slammed it open? Or was it a pissed off ghost that needed to use the restroom? I don't know if this investigator was alone or if there was someone else with them. What are your thoughts on this one? Where did they go? A cell phone was used to record this monitor. A person comes along and then suddenly they disappear. Is this a camera glitch? Is it a ghost? They continue to pan up and down the street trying to find it. A car passes and still that figure is missing. I think this is one of those IR sensor or IR light issues where the light just doesn't reach far enough to continue to capture that image. Is this a ghost orb? The camera tracks the progress of this single light throughout this room. Is this a bug? Is it dust? When I sped up the film, it looks a lot more like a bug. When the footage is slowed down, it almost looks like a laser light. We know it's not a laser light because when it transitioned from the couch to the ceiling, that transitional was refloating. When I zoomed in, I did not see any flapping wings. However, the image was so blurry, I couldn't tell one way or another. What do you think? Is it a bug? Or is it a ghost orb? Did this shadow manifest in front of us? A shadow manifests in front of the camera and crosses left to right. Is it a camera glitch? Is it a shadow reflected from someone outside? Is it CG or video effects? I think this might be video effects, but it is so cool. I really hope it's real. Is this a ghost attacking this man? This man is walking down this hallway when all of a sudden a dark mass attacks. Is this real? Is it staged? Is it video effects? Unfortunately, this is a video effect. The dark mass was a real person, and then they just blurred him out. A shadow in the snow. In the middle of our screen, we see a shadow on a bridge before it runs into the woods. When the investigators go outside and look, they do not find any footprints in the snow. Is it staged? Is someone pulling a prank? I'm not sure on this one. I think it might actually be real. Is this the spirit of an insane person crawling on the floor? This image is taken at an insane asylum. The image that we're looking at is a humanoid figure with their head on the left-hand side and their feet on the right-hand side, and they're crawling and dragging themselves across the floor. The suffering depicted is disturbing, so viewers' discretion. Is this CG? Is this an editing trick? I don't think so. I think this is real. I believe they're using a full spectrum camera, and none of this was seen with the naked eye. Did this car hit a ghost? As this car goes down the road, all of a sudden, something appears in the road. Is it real? Is it a ghost? Is it a camera glitch? Is it a movie set? Is it some sort of optical illusion? Is it a video effect? I'm not sure with this one. What do you think on this one? Is it video trickery or is it real? Who or what is this ghostly figure? When the camera rises up, it will catch something in the doorway. Who or what was that figure? It doesn't look transparent, but it also doesn't look like it's leaving a shadow. Is this a real person playing a hoax? Is this a drape or a curtain that is being blown in by an open window? Or is it a real ghost? Is this a movie set and staged? Or is this a real creepy cryptid? The camera operator hears a noise outside and goes outside to investigate. He will make sure that we see behind this tree around this corner. Then he will hear something behind him, and when he turns around, he catches a figure behind that tree. Is this a criminal trespassing? Is it a creepy ghost? Is it a creepy cryptid? The camera operator runs back to the house, but does not go inside the house. Instead, he stops, and then he goes back and starts investigating again. Once again, he's wandering around in the yard, looking for something. He's staying close to the wall, but then he'll hear something in the bushes. He reaches these bushes and starts to really get into them and explore them, when all of a sudden he hears something and he sees something. Who or what is this thing? This time when he runs to the house, he actually goes into the house and locks the door. He runs and hides in another room, locking that door as well. And he runs into another room and locks it. And at no time has he stopped recording and used his cell phone to actually call the police. So I'm going to give him credit for making a very good creepy movie, but it's not real. Because all the decisions he's made are the decisions that are typically made in horror movies. First replay of the first time we see this guy. The second time we see this guy. If you enjoy this content of questioning everything, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And leave a like, because that helps with the YouTube algorithm. Is this shadow and smoke a ghost? On the left side of our screen, we will see a shadow closing in on that chair. What is that? Is it a shadow of someone that's off screen? Is it a shadow from something outside? It kind of looks like a free floating mass. This might be real. This next clip is in the same room. We will see a smoky haze blow in front of the camera. Is this someone that came in through a door, and maybe that's condensation from it being really cold outside and really hot inside? Is someone smoking a cigar or vaping behind the camera? Is this just dust and somebody walked across a dusty carpet? I think this might be more impressive to me if it was over in that corner, but because it's so close to the camera, it just seems like something that somebody standing behind the camera could do. And so it's pretty easy to recreate that. It could also be an artificial effect that's added during editing. And of course, because I'm questioning this, I'm also questioning that shadow from earlier and wondering if that was also a video effect. What do you think about this shadow in the smoke? Do you think it's real paranormal? Or do you think it's a hoax? Put your ideas in the comments section below. Thanks. Was this person rescued by a ghost? The person on the left side of our screen starts to cross the street, but sees cars coming and stops. Car closest to him stops, but the second car does not stop. A speedy, blurry figure helps get that person across the street before they're hit by that car. What was that streaking figure? As cool as this is, it's actually all fake. There was a trend about 5-10 years ago of these type of videos where suddenly somebody's rescued from being hit, typically by a car, or by something falling, and a blurred, speedy figure will just rush across and rescue them. So I wanted to let you guys know, in case you've been watching these videos all this time and thought they were real. They've actually been debunked. I don't know, 5-10 years ago, I can't remember now. Is this a poltergeist moving this chair and closing that door? The chair in the middle of the frame starts moving. Then the door in the upper left-hand corner slams shut. Is one person standing in that room with the door using a string to close it? Is another person using a string to move that chair around? It may be real, but it just seems too easy to recreate, so I'm not convinced it is real. Is this woman being attacked by a poltergeist? We will see this woman sitting in this break room, just relaxing, doing nothing really, when all of a sudden a chair moves near her and it causes her to jump up and get away from it. It doesn't end there. When she goes to try and get out, all the furniture moves and blocks the door. She is so freaked out that she collapses in terror and passes out on the ground. I don't know if this Question Everything community has heard, but this is actually a movie set. It's not real. This is another one of those where if it's too good to be true, it's probably not true. Let me know in the comments section if you would watch this movie if it was in your language. Is this a ghost trapped behind this wall? We will suddenly see a face and a figure in that window. According to the story, behind that wall is a tunnel, that is difficult to access. We also have glowing eyes, and human beings don't have glowing eyes. It almost looks like a reflection from glasses, but would ghost glasses glow? Say that 5 times fast. It took me 2 takes to try and say it. I don't know if the person with the video camera is in on the prank, but chances are somebody figured out how to get into that tunnel and behind that wall. Is this a ghost in this window? As this child rides bike, someone can be seen looking out the window. Is it a ghost? Or is it just a neighbor? There's really nothing about this that makes me think that it's paranormal. It's not transparent. It didn't appear and disappear in the footage. It's just a person standing there. What is this white flying mist? As the camera points at this old building, it detects a transparent mass and starts following it. What is it? Is it a ghost? Is it a camera glitch? Is it a video effect? Or is it simply a bug walking across the lens? Looks like a bug to me. What does it look like to you? What is this misty figure? As we watch this security footage, we see a white, transparent, misty figure go from the right side of the screen to the left side of the screen. What is that figure? Is it a human being and the camera is glitching? Is it a ghost? Is it a bug on the lens? Is it a video effect? Whatever it is, it appears like it went around a fence and followed a path. Would a ghost need to go around a fence? I'm going to say this is a human being, an optical illusion, and a camera glitch caused by the light and the environment. What do you think on this one? Is it a real ghost? Is this ghost trapped in a prison? You will see a dark shadow person walking towards the camera on this catwalk in this prison. The footage is very grainy, but it does look like someone is wearing some type of a cloak and walking on that catwalk. This footage was captured around 2005-2006, so I don't know what type of CG existed back then. But we can clearly see a leg in this freeze frame. The leg looks really solid, but the upper part of the body, when you see the leg, looks transparent. A post-production team could have created this, but I think it might be real. What is this ghostly face? A face suddenly appears in the upper part of the screen. Is it an optical illusion? Is it CG? Is this being caused by a car headlight? I want you to watch all the spots that I'm highlighting so that you can see how other parts of this picture is being changed. There are pixelized color changes, so I want you to watch for those in each one of these spots. Slight movement, very subtle, or it's a color change. It's really odd. Because it's happening to the entire room, just before we get the full face, I think it's a car headlight. Is this a shadow person or a camera trick? As the camera is pointed around the room, a dark shadow can be seen in the center of the frame. Is this a camera glitch caused by the window? Does it look like it's walking towards them? Is this a hoax, CG? If it was a real person, there would be a very pronounced shadow on the floor. from the sun shining in through that window. The fact that it has such a faint shadow on the floor makes me wonder if it's CG and just really bad CG. Because if it was truly a transparent person, there would be no shadow. So for me, it's either real or it's CG or a video effect. Tell me what you think on this one in the comment section below. Is this a ghost going for a walk? As the security camera points at this path, we can see a ghostly figure pass right through the gates. Is this an optical illusion? Is this a camera glitch? How did they go through the gates without opening it? Is this a cat that's just being morphed into looking like a human being? Is it a bird or a bat? Are two living people joined by a ghost? Two people walk into this courtyard, but it looks like they're joined by a third. Then the third looks like it crawls inside one of these two people. Okay, right off the bat I have to question the camera person, because that's not a security camera. That looks like that would be a tourist that's capturing this. So why is that tourist just taking video footage of other people? And is that a thermal camera they're using? Is this just a camera glitch? I have too many questions for this one. What are some questions you have? Is this a ghost car? We are watching a dash cam on a police car that's giving chase. Suddenly the car disappears behind a chain link fence. How did the car get on the other side of the fence? The car that's being chased is actually a low-profile vehicle, and it actually burst through the chain link fence in between the post. Because chain link fence is not brought down into the ground, they actually went under it. And once they passed, it just fell right back into place in front of the cop car. I can't remember which show debunked this, but they showed that the brackets were busted from the two posts, and the chain link was loose enough to pivot off the top beam. And the police couldn't follow them because it probably would have damaged their car. And taxpayers don't like that when cops damage their cars. Is this video store being haunted? A video falls from a shelf while this employee is restocking the shelves. Is it a prank on the employee? Is it a hoax by that employee? Did somebody just not put that back up there correctly? Or is it a ghost who just didn't like that movie? Or is it a ghost that wanted to watch that movie or play that game? Is this a ghost in this elevator? As these two men chat in this elevator, waiting to get off on their floor, something odd happens. Is this Estelle Getty? Welcome back, Golden Girl. I miss the Golden Girls. If you miss them too, write Golden Girls in the comments below. We can actually see her just before he completely pushes away from the wall. I think this might be a video effect where they have somebody perhaps disguised as an elderly woman who they filmed that first, and then they filmed the two boys, and then they put the one on top of the other for the final cut. I will say it was pretty well done, and it did startle me the first time I saw it. I liked it, but I don't think it's real paranormal. Is this royal palace haunted? This is security footage from Hampton Court in London, England. Apparently it is King Henry VIII's former palace. And according to security, no one is in the building at this time, and they have no idea what they're looking at. It appears to be somebody that is dressed in, I don't know, 16th century garb, shutting a door. So electricity did not exist back when King Henry VIII was alive, and this type of door did not exist back when King Henry VIII was alive. So what is the learning curve for a ghost to learn how to open up this different type of metal door that didn't exist when they were alive? And depending on the locking system, these type of doors can actually be a little bit more complicated to get unlocked, to be able to open up the door. We're talking about a dude that his door lock was using a board in between two braces, and he had servants to lock the door. I don't think he ever unlocked the door or locked the door, probably in his entire life. I don't know, this one could be real. It could be a hoax just to get donations to help maintain the building. I'm not sure. What do you guys think on this one? Did they capture the Holy Grail, a full body apparition? On the left side of our screen, we will see what appears to be a full body apparition. It will walk the full length of the room. Is this real? Or is it television, post-production, editing tricks? What do you guys think on this one? Is it real? Or is it fake? This is from their first season. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Is this girl a ghost? In the upper corner of the door, suddenly a figure appears. Then she's at the top of the stairs. Watch how the camera changes from this girl being in the center to moving to the left and making the door the center. This simple change in centering of the frame tells me that this might be a hoax. And the second we run through the door, we get this just buzzed out, can't see anything. So that tells me the footage might have been stopped, which gives the figure time to get to the top of the stairs. Oftentimes, the camera operator will dictate what we're going to see. In this case, it looks like they created paranormal activity. They did not catch paranormal activity. What are these eyes in the darkness? As the camera is pointed outside, we will see eyes in the trees. Most nocturnal animals will have a reflective layer in their eyes called tapetum lucidum. I do not know if I'm saying it correctly. Whatever is out there is not human. If human beings have this problem, it's because they have a disease. However, it could be 1,000 different animals. My only question for this video is, what animal is that? Is this a ghost with a clown face? Suddenly, a clown-faced figure is in front of us. This footage is so grainy that I really can't tell what's going on. Are they playing on the fear of clowns? It just looks like a child with a mask on. What do you think in this one? Is it a hoax or is it real? Is a ghost trapped inside this pantry? As we can see with this pantry door open, it's just a room with a bunch of shelves in it. However, there is enough room for a human being to stand on the inside of that door. So let's watch what happens once the door is closed. Do you see it? Did you catch how this trick was done? Are you seeing the camera choreography? The first time, he didn't show us this room and what was on the right. This time, he's not showing us what's on the left. I'm just gonna let you guys enjoy this one. It really is creepy, without a doubt, especially the first time I saw it. This is just another one of how the camera operator is telling us what's really happening. The door was completely closed. Now it's opening. Can you guess what we're going to see? Yes, there is a doorknob on the inside of the door. And once again, all we're going to see is the left side of the room. Another cool creation. Is this a ghost in this attic? As they open up the attic door, they will see a hooded figure that turns and looks at them. See ya! Again, we kinda have poor quality of footage, but it does look creepy. I just don't know if it's real or not. That can be so easily recreated with a mask and a hood. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. What is this creature on the roof? The homeowner hears something on the roof, so he grabs a ladder and he starts climbing up on his roof. When he gets up there, he points the camera up and sees something. It startles him and he falls off the ladder, but that is incredibly dangerous and scary. It has the form of a human being, but again, we know that people don't have glowing eyes. Is this a human being wearing a mask that has reflective eyes? Because the homeowner fell off the ladder, I don't think he is in on any type of prank or hoax. But does this person know the homeowner? Does he know the homeowner doesn't have a gun? Is this a prank that backfired? Very dangerous prank, and very dangerous to climb a ladder at night. This is definitely a do not try this at home stunt. What is this creature in the woods? The camera operator catches glimpses of a dark figure in the woods. Is this a bear standing on its hind legs? Is it a human in disguise? Is it Bigfoot? A Yeti? A skunk ape? Is it a hunter? Is it a hiker? Is it a homeowner? It definitely is running fast, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the footage is just not good enough to actually see what that thing is. It could be anybody just running and playing a prank. The fact that when we pan over towards the right, we will actually see a building, so that animal or human is running in between a building and the tree lines, but far enough away where we can't figure out what it is. Maybe it's a human being with a spastic exercise routine because they're going into the Olympics. We will get two in one shot. First a shadow, then a creature. We are in some type of a cave, and an odd shadow crosses from right to left, then that creature crosses from right to left. I wish we had some frame of reference to see how large this tunnel or cave is. If we had some reference, we would know if there was enough room for somebody to be standing behind the camera, but in front of a light source that would have caused that initial shadow. And the second reference is, how small is that opening at the end? Because it almost looks like a large toad. So I don't know if it's a human crawling or a large toad, because toads can actually amble along just like that, and it looks humanoid bent over. So if that opening is only a meter or a foot, a toad would make sense. I don't know on this one, because I just can't wrap my mind around the size of this cave. I don't know if the camera operator is kneeling down. This one is all about perspective to me. Tell me what you see in the comments section below. What is moving these objects? First, we will see a chair move. Who or what moves this chair? Is it a string? Is it a ghost? What next? Then the rocking horse will move. Who or what moved the rocking horse? Is it two being moved by a string? Or is a ghost riding it? This one is definitely intriguing me, because I don't know how effective a string would be in this circumstance. But what's interesting is it also moves towards us, one direction and then the other direction. If that's being done by a string, then it is a very elaborate string pulley system. Is some type of remote control engineering being used? Is it a case of too good to be true? Well, if they faked it, they did a really good job. I can see how this could be recreated, but it might be real. What do you think on this one? Is it true or false? What is this fish head freak? The camera operator hears a noise in the woods and starts exploring to try and find it. Then, just as he pans the camera towards that tree, a figure can be seen on the other side of the tree. He runs away, but what did he capture? A bluish head peeks around the tree. What is that? Is it a human in disguise? Is it a prank? Is it a nocturnal animal? What do you think on this one? Is it someone hiding behind that tree and just sticking a mask on a stick out in front of the tree? Or is this staged and merely created paranormal activity, not captured. What are these glowing eyes? As these individuals sit around a campfire, they suddenly capture red glowing eyes. What is that? Is it their camera and their fire that they're bringing in and out of focus? Is it an optical illusion? Or is it a nocturnal creature? Is it past time to run? It runs like a human. Moving on to the next scene. Wow, a flashlight. Awesome. Guy jumps into water to try and get away from the creature. And now the flashlight goes away. Red-eyed creature is back. No flashlight. Making sure to get it on camera. But apparently the eyes aren't as creepy when you have a light on them. Raggy creature jumps into water. Well, somebody found the camera footage so we could watch this movie. What is this creature in this field? In the distance, we will see an odd, dark-shaped figure walking towards the camera operator. It is visible for quite a while. But what is it? Is it a Bigfoot? Is it a bear? Is it a human in disguise? It walks like a human. Is it a prank or staged? What is this creature in the night? Another fire? And another creature in the night with glowing eyes? Two creatures? Three creatures? Is something on the other side of this tree? What does the firelight show? Is it a goblin from Green God's Bank? Is it a human in disguise? Is it a baboon? I guess starting a forest fire is an option on dealing with these type of creatures. I'm not sure. Poltergeist, the noisy ghost. This paranormal investigator has put cameras up in multiple rooms and then goes to bed. While he sleeps, objects start moving. One of the cameras in the kitchen picks up a ball moving on the countertop. First it moves towards the wall, then away from the wall, and then back towards the wall. A second camera aimed at the same counter picks up the same activity, except where it shows it moving more right and left, not just towards the wall and away from the wall. If the movement was caused by a vibration, other things would move. So that rules out train, plane, and earthquake. The spastic way that it moved kind of rules out a strain being used. So the only other option I think to fake it would be remote control. This part might be real. Let's check out the next view in the other room. Immediately we see a chair moving and the EMF detector going spastic. That is a lot of chair movement, and we see the door open, which wakes him up. It's possible to recreate the chair movement because we don't see all four legs, and someone could be lying on the floor or laying on the floor and just moving the chair around. And strings can be used to open up that closet door. Is it too good to be true and faked? Or is all of this activity legit? Is this ghost playing hide and seek? These paranormal investigators are investigating an area that is expected to be deserted. As this investigator moves towards this column, it appears like there's a face peeking around the corner. Is it an optical illusion caused by light and shadow? Is it a child? Is it an adult? Or is it a ghost? I wish that he had light on that camera, because when he turns the corner into this dark area, somebody could have very easily just got down on their knees and crawled out of the way. So I'm not sure on this one. Because of that dark area, I can see how it could be recreated. What do you guys think on this one? Put your thoughts in the comment section below. It is free to subscribe, follow, like, and comment. So please subscribe on YouTube, follow on Instagram, follow on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. And in each one of those platforms, leave a comment. Much thanks to Jim Riley for the background music. Be safe and watch out for the non-paranormal threats. Thanks for watching Paranormal, True or False.